Welcome to
The Office.
For many years, many theorists from different schools of thought have debated on the issue of how to explain human behavior.
Good afternoon. I'm Ivan Pavlov. I conceptualized the concept of classical conditioning, in which I had a dog that salivated towards its favorite meal, and eventually it was able to salivate to the sound of this bell.
Hello, my name is B.F. Skinner, and I brought my Skinner box here today, and I have come up with the concept of operant conditioning. Operant conditioning basically states that to enforce a behavior, there's either a punishment or a reinforcer. Wow. So either behavior will increase or decrease because of the behavior following.
Good afternoon. I am Albert Bandura, and I came up with the concept of social learning / vicarious learning. Basically, this is the concept that human behavior can be taught through the act of modeling.
I'm Erin Beck, and I will provide a demonstration of the consequences for holding negative beliefs about oneself.
God, you're useless!
You're never going to go anywhere.
You failed your last test. How are you going to even get a job?
Hello, my name is Albert Ellis, and I am here to demonstrate how an irrational belief system can negatively affect oneself. Today, I have a client named Zhenya, who is a social work student, who will tell us about her irrational thoughts. Come on in, Zhenya.
I'm having a really hard time. I'm a social worker student, and I just feel that I need to know all the theories, and I need to take in all the content that my teachers are teaching me and have the perfect assessment skills, and if I don't, then I'm really going to damage the people I help.
I'm now moving into the cognitive perspective within the cognitive behavioral model. A helpful model for addressing this is the ABC model. A, in this case, is the activating event or stimulus, which then triggers an individual's beliefs, the covert behaviors, and is followed by C, a behavioral or a cognitive response. The beliefs that are triggered by the event or stimulus are learned patterns of thinking and processing information, also known as a cognitive schema. These are developed throughout one's development. For example, when a child is learning to speak, their ability to make noise is innate, but it is their ability to replicate sounds and words that replicate their caregiver that are positively reinforced. Another key concept within cognitive theory is the distinction between rational and irrational thoughts. Albert Ellis argued that people who experience difficult situations due to thoughts based on irrational belief systems. For example, a child who is taught that only the top marks will be accepted, this child can then develop the belief that anything below a certain standard, say straight A's for example, will make him or her a failure. The role of the clinician is to help clients reframe these irrational beliefs to create more rational thoughts.
Thank you, Jessica, for that very informative talk on cognitions. It is my turn to teach you about behavioral therapy. As discussed earlier, there are 3 general paradigms included in the behavioral learning process, including classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and social learning theory. As a side note, historically, the word conditioning was used in a rather animalistic way, as theorists such as Pavlov have used dogs and other non-human subjects for their experiments. Fast track to the present, when behavioral therapy is mainly used on human subjects, the shift in terminology from conditioning to learning has been made. Therefore, the terms operant learning and classical learning are utilized to demonstrate a person's capabilities to grow and willingness to change. A lot of the interventions used in CBT are a combination of both cognitive and behavioral aspects. In essence, just as a social worker can change a client's irrational beliefs, they can also change a client's overt behaviors.
In applying CBT to social work practice, it's important to know that behavior can be learned and therefore it can be changed and unlearned. In social work, a clinician and client work together. It's an active process where they both aim to change a certain set of behaviors by either increasing or decreasing their occurrence. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll stay tuned for our segment on
Cognitive
Behavioral
therapy. Jesus Christ!
negative